All right, let's do this. I'm super duper excited. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go take a walk real quick. I'll be right back. I'm just kidding. I couldn't help myself. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. All right, now we have The Long Walk, the latest film from Lionsgate. This is being directed by Mr. Francis Lawrence. This is what the gentleman looks like right here. And if we just scroll down and look at his filmography, this is the Hunger Games guy. I really did enjoy the first two Hunger Games movies, but Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 really did disappoint me. I forgot he did do I Am Legend. Am I tripping? No. Okay, that's what's up. So Francis Lawrence to me is a great director. And oh, this is I Am Legend too. I'm tripping. Let me scroll. Did he do the first I Am Legend? Who did the first I Am Legend? Okay, he did do the first I Am Legend. That's what's up. I did not know that. I feel silly. Water for Elephants was pretty good too. I did see that. I do recommend it if that's your type of thing. And he also did Constantine in 2005. But if you are a fan of Mr. Francis Lawrence and seen any of his work, please let me know down in the comment section below. Yeah, but when it comes to The Long Walk, I was super duper excited. My expectations were through the roof. As soon as I saw the trailer the first time, and you guys can go check out my reaction on my channel if you want to subscribe for that on YouTube. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to see this. I have to see what happens, how this concludes, how we ended up in this world where this is socially acceptable to where you have to walk endlessly. And if you fall below a certain pace or go off track, you're eliminated, you're assassinated, you're murked. This is crazy. Like, Mark Hamill, why did you go to the dark side? Those were the feelings that I had when I first saw this trailer. I don't even think I watched the second trailer. I was just like sold. I want to go into this knowing as little as possible. Only other thing I know is that this is being adapted from a book from Stephen King. This is one of his first books, and Stephen King, man, he can turn some heads. And so, like I said, for the third time, I was super duper excited going into this. So before I get into all the nitty gritty, before I talk about all my likes and dislikes, let me tell you exactly what this film, The Long Walk, is all about. A group of teenage boys compete in an annual contest known as The Long Walk, where they must maintain a certain walking speed or get shot to death. Okay, I added the to death part, but that is true. So first thing I like about this film is the length time, the duration. It doesn't feel that long at all. It only comes in at 1 hour and 48 minutes. That's very, very quick to me. I don't mind long movies as long as the pacing is good. And the pacing is great in this film. It's at 3 miles an hour. I'm sorry with all the jokes and puns. I just can't help myself. But the pacing is great. Once this film starts, there is literally no dull moment at all. A lot of it, you are at the edge of your seat, biting your nails, just kind of scared about what's about to happen. Why are you scared? It's because Stephen King does deliver. He is known as one of those creators that will get your skin crawling, your heart pumping, just on the edge. And that is the case here because you really just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they tell you in the trailers and they tell you at the very beginning of the film when these boys start this contest, but you really don't know the intensity of the situation until you get to that first death. And my goodness gracious, it is brutal. It is unforgiving. It is unapologetic. It is horrific, terrible. Any negative thing, connotation that you can think of, you can throw it on top of this scenario right here. But then that situation exceeds your expectation. Like, I knew it was going to be brutal, but not to this degree. My goodness, can I sit through this? For me, the answer is yes, but I don't know if all audiences out there will be able to. Watching this movie, I felt like we were in a multiverse. We were in a parallel Earth. Not exactly like the one that we're living in right now, watching this video of me making it, but just another parallel Earth. And when I go to the movies and when I'm just checking out my entertainment, everybody wants to see a different side of life, a different version of society. What would life be like if it was this? What would life be like if it was that? And we get that in this film. This is a police state. A lot of civilian citizens in the world today, they're nervous that we're kind of headed in that direction. And it can be scary sometimes, but it's also just nice to see a writer, director put those ideas on the big screen so we can get somewhat of a taste of what reality would look like. I don't always want an exact carbon copy of the life I live today. I want an alternative. I want something parallel. I want something opposite. I want something different. And so this was just a really great experience to escape to another world for about an hour and 45 minutes. Also, I've never seen anything like this before, so it felt fresh and new. Felt really inventive, like, oh my gosh, why didn't anyone else think about this before? This is brilliant. I'm loving this concept, even though it's scary as hell at the same time. And I also love this. It is a fight for survival. These boys are trying to live as long as possible, and they give it their all for the most part. This is not just some physical feat that you have to pass. This is also a mental game too. If not anything, it is more mental than physical. Now, of course, you do have to have that physical, but you got to have that mental too, or you're going to be screwed, okay? This is a puzzle in the mind that keeps changing. That goalpost keeps moving to a degree. I mean, you have to have a strategy if you want to survive this game. And to speak about the game itself, as I read earlier, it is simple, okay? It's not that complicated. You just have to walk. You can't go below a certain miles per hour. You have to stay on the trail. If you don't, you're going to die. So how do you eat? How do you sleep? How do you use the restroom? All of these are obstacles that these boys have to overcome. And the thing about it is, these are everyday activities that we do all the time and don't think about, but they have to be strategic in this film or their life is on the line. When I was watching the trailer for this, I was saying to myself, okay, how is somebody gonna pee and stay at 3 miles an hour? They do that in this film. How is somebody gonna take a crap at 3 miles per hour? They do that in this film. What is somebody gonna do if they get sleepy, if they get hungry, if they get thirsty, if they get hurt? If two of the contestants starts fighting amongst each other and start getting physical or throwing verbal cues, and it's just nice to see when I can go in with those expectations, those questions wanting to be answered, and the film answers it. So I feel satisfied. Like, I went in wanting to know this, you answer my question, thank you very much. And the boys that are doing this, I love the casting for the most part, 80-85%. And I'll talk about the parts that I don't like in my negative portion of this video that we'll get to in a second. And it's all diverse. You got red, yellow, white, brown, and black, seriously. And I don't know if people just say yellow instead of saying Asian. To my Asian community out there, okay, I'm black, okay, a white person is white. Okay, if you say an Asian person is yellow, because giving them a color too, is that offensive? Let me know. I don't want to offend nobody. Yeah, educate me respectfully in the comment section. However, the group is diverse and you like most of the characters. I mean, I want to say at least more than half. They are very, very funny. Also, I was watching, just saying to myself, okay, guys, there can only be one winner here, okay? There is no finish line. There is no time limit. It's literally the last person standing out of 50. So I am not trying to be somebody's friend because it's harder to let go when you care for somebody. But these men, these boys cannot help it. I'm screaming at the screen like, man, leave him alone, okay? Cold shoulder. Don't be trying to be his friend. You're gonna make it difficult. This person could be trying to manipulate you, but seeing that we're human beings and then seeing these boys in this environment, I can relate, I can sympathize. Sometimes we need that human connection. And as they're connecting, I'm connecting with the characters as well. Some of the characters I don't even like. Some of them, I despise them. However, seeing their drive, their will to survive and them go on, I ended up liking them even though I didn't like them. I was like, oh, you're an asshole, you're a jerk, you deserve to get your ass beat. But damn, I feel sorry for you. And I wish there was a way I could save your life, come in and save the day. But, I don't want to get shot either. And man, while it was uncomfortable at times, I spoke earlier how brutal this film was. Woo, they are shooting these boys dead. I'm like, damn, I know it's your job, but do you have to act like you enjoy it? I mean, it seems like you waking up every day before your alarm clock goes off. You just staring like, yes, another day, I get to kill somebody. Oh, it's been such a long time. I did it a year ago and I am here again. And we got to talk about Mark Hamill as the Major. My goodness gracious. I have not hated a character this much in so long. This man was evil. This man was sadistic. Again, it would be different if he was doing his job and was like, damn, you stop, you fail, Sorry, mate. Good job. Good luck. See you in the next life. You know, we'll pray for your family. Boom. He doesn't do that at all. He would cheer you up, praise you, lift you up. Come on, you can do it. And then just blow you away if you lose the contest and just go have a ham sandwich. Or he really didn't have a ham sandwich or acting like he had one. Like it's just no remorse. I'm just sitting here like, Jesus Christ. And sometimes they're overkill. Like, there's one scene to where they have a 50 caliber gun on a truck. You know, that's like one of the biggest, you know, automatic weapons out there. I mean, you get hit with that once, your body is going to explode for the most part. This is such a journey, seeing some of the boys just start out so strong, and then towards the end, they're like, F it, I'm committing suicide. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out on my own. I'm just like, this is awful. This is awful. This is awful. But again, Mark Hamill, he did a great job. Just a truly sadistic, terrorizing character, and I loved it. I mean, he did a great job. Now, when it comes to the rest of the casting, we do have a gentleman by the name of Cooper Hoffman. This is what the gentleman looks like right here. I've never seen him before. I don't, if you're a fan of his, let me know. He was the main lead in this film, and his acting was fine. He performed well. And I liked him for the most part. I mean, he was a good lead, but there was really nothing special about him. And I will also say another favorite actor of mine was Mr. David Johnson right here. Now, if we look at his filmography, his name was, I think, Peter in the film. Yeah, Peter McVries. If we look at his filmography, he's London, British. He was in Alien and Romulus that came out in 2024 as Andy and one of the cyborgs or synthetic creatures, and I remember him. Also, guys, doesn't he kind of look like Damson Idris a little bit? You know, and they're both British too. Maybe they're related, I don't know. This guy was my favorite in the entire movie. But what's also weird is, while he was my favorite character in the whole film, he also got on my goddamn nerve for a good portion of it as well. The reason why I like David or Peter in this film is he was just a good guy. He was just a good character. He was just one of those people that when he walks into the room, it lights up and then gets even brighter with his smile. Always had a positive attitude, always was uplifting and supporting of just life in general and his surrounding peers, like all the boys around him. He just seemed like a good luck charm, but a bit too much. I mean, he was strong, he looked strong, had a very lovely moral compass, had his head on his shoulder straight. I mean, just somebody that you would want to be around or have his name and number in your phone. Just because if you just wanted to have a nice friend there, just somebody positive in your life. Peter is that guy. Always looked at the glass half full, just a positive, optimistic, upstanding individual. But almost too much. But guys, that is going to conclude everything that I did like about the film. Now let me move over to 3 aspects that really did grind my gears. While I said that Peter was my favorite character, and while he also got on my nerves the most, is he started to turn into a magical Negro to where he continuously went out of his way to help or to save Mr. Cooper Hoffman here, or a name in the film, Raymond Garrity. And it was frustrating because, in my opinion, Raymond didn't do anything to deserve that. Like, why? What was so special about him? Like, why was he the main character? And they tried to give him a little bit of backstory. I understand his motivations for wanting to enter the contest, but they just wasn't the strongest in my opinion. And I also thought his character was miscast. Like, they're trying to portray him as like some 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old boy just somewhere in those teenage years, but he looks like he's 27. They did a flashback scenes where he's at the house with his family, mother and father. His father looks like his brother. So I'm like, they're trying to be all emotional. Dad, I love you, I miss that. I'm just like, okay, you're a grown man acting this way. There's nothing wrong with crying as a grown man, but this is just not believable. So then when you have a great character like Peter that is going out of his way to save him at every cost, it's just really annoying and disgusting. Like, what is the reason other than him being white that you're wanting to save him so much? It even got to the point where another character in the film was like, bro, I'm sick of you saving this other guy. I know we human and all that, and we care and we have emotion, but only one of us is gonna get out of here. And I'm tired, I wanna go to bed. So either I'm gonna go to bed or I'm gonna win, I'm gonna die. You're doing too much. So of course the director was like self-aware. I don't know why he would put that in the movie, but I was really getting pissed off. I was really getting frustrated. Like, bro, if you don't let this dude die, like I'm gonna jump in the film and kill you myself, so we can just get this moving along. And the last thing I didn't like about this film was the end. I did not like the end. The last 2 minutes of this film sucked. I mean, you have this long hour and 45, 46, 48-minute movie. All of it delivers. But then when they get to the last 60 seconds, the last 2 minutes, they just don't stick the landing. There was no clear ending conclusion to me. It is left open for your own interpretation. What do you think happened? Like, I'm like, what the crap is that? We see these boys walking hundreds of miles for days nonstop, and you're gonna end it that way? Oh, it did. Now, it did end unexpectedly. I just knew it was going to end a certain way, but I was like, oh, okay, this is what happened at the end. But at the same time, they should have just stretched it out a little bit more. And it left a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, everybody, when I saw this film, everybody was enjoying themselves in the auditorium. But then when the credits hit, there was a large wave of disappointment. Like, really? That's how you're going to end the film? And everybody got out and walked away, more than half, which sucks. But that's usually what happens when the movie ends. People get up and leave. But they was having a Q&A with some people with the film, and like I was like, damn, they just gonna walk out of them and they're trying to ask questions and stuff. So that was kind of funny. I was gonna stay, but I was like, I'm out of here too, because that ending stink. That ending stinks. However, I will go ahead and give my rating for this at the very end. But for now, guys, that is just my opinion, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Leave a comment of what you thought about my review commentary and also the film itself, your next anticipated film of 2025. Subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. So if I had to rate The Long Walk out of a 1 out of 10, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yes, an 8.5 out of 10. Probably would have gave it a 9, but that ending really, really did disappoint me. Guys, I want to thank you again for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's just my opinion. Peace, and I'll see you next time.